Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is your man Roy coming at you with a new type of video. This is one that I've been wanting to do for some time, and basically it is going to show how we can do a Realm of Legends run using just 2 champions at 4-star level. You do have to have the right champions, and it is easier if both these champions in question are maxed out, awakened and full sig. It doesn't have to be. The fights can be done with really any 4-star champions given the right matchup. It just takes longer, and because of the lower health pool in comparison to 5-star champions, then you may just need to use a little bit more resource in getting through it, but it can be done. But today we're going to show you how to do Realm of Legends run with 4-star Star-Lord and 4-star Void. The Star-Lord is going to be our main puller, just because of his ability to rank up combos. So the higher a combo, the more damage we're doing. So this is the fastest route to do it. And we're also going to have Void in there, and Void's purely coming in to finish off any champion at low health if Star-Lord gets wiped out, and also to take out Wolverine, because Wolverine is by far the most annoying champion in order to take this guy to take out, because of his massive healing ability. But we'll show you that in action as we go along. Now, this is also going to be one of the first videos that I actually edit, just because I'm not going to take up all the time running through every single champion within the run, because it'll just become an unimaginable length of time to run through. All the champions in Realm of Legends are original champions, so they're not buffed in any way, shape or form. So up against Rhino, he's not unstoppable and or unblockable for every medium dash. Juggernaut, you can stun him while unstoppable and it doesn't create a stagger effect on you. And I think that's the kind of main one. So we'll show you a couple of fights just to get the feel and idea about how the fights go, how long, kind of what the combos look like and things like that. And then I'll skip ahead and show you the Wolverine video. Hopefully that will mean you won't see any of my inherent errors along the way. But if anyone does want to see a full length video, then by all means drop a note in the comment section below and we can post one up at a later point. So let's just go straight into this. So doing this event is a really good way, once you've done your first run through, to farm potions. Okay, because you've got a good chance of getting a level 3 potion with most of the enemies that you beat. You've also got a chance of getting a level 3 team potion as well. So once you get your first run through, if you're confident at it, the 4-stars do take a little bit longer to run through, but it can be done and can be useful and saving you units on the higher level potions. Certainly if you're going to start doing Act 5 and certainly 5 to 6, going up against a collector, farming these potions beforehand and getting up to your maximum limit within the capacity you've got can be useful for going up against them. So you've seen there I'd already done a run through just to make sure that I could actually do it in preparation for this video. So you see there's no other boosts, we're just using maxed out Void and maxed out Star-Lord, both 4 stars and both fully signed at level 99. So you do have to be fairly comfortable keeping up a combo. So you might take the first few runs going into it and maybe only getting past 1 or 2 champions before getting wiped out. That's absolutely fine. It took a long time to practice how to do this, and with Star-Lord really you can't take much chances with your attacking style, because you can get up to 100 hits, have a good combo going, and as soon as you get clipped once, that can mean the start of a downfall, because the champions have a chance to stun within their attacking. So if you get clipped, it could cause a stun, you'll lose your combo and just take more damage. Excuse me. So you see the health pool that we're dealing with here? So we're dealing with over 500,000 health. So it can be done with other champions, but your hit number is going to be in the high hundreds. Whereas we can do it with Star-Lord on the right occasion and under 250 hits. So we'll just get into this and we'll show you this in action. It says we'll do the first couple to show you in action, and then I'll skip ahead and show you the Wolverine fight using Void. So you can see I'm doing 5 hit and then parry, just because we don't want to chance an intercept and get clipped and have to start all again. And we're also just baiting out special 2 so we don't take any additional block damage we don't need to with his special 2 attack. They do have a much higher chance of launching special attacks and being baited out. But the main thing to not get too worried about is the ability to launch a special 3, because there is none. So they only launch special 1 and special 2 attacks. And it's just practice, guys. You know, I said in all the videos, all the right champions in the world do not make up or take away for the need for practice and experience in the champion that you're using. I'm a little bit biased with Star-Lord because I have a 5-star fully maxed out version because I like him so much. I know how to use him, I know his animations, I know his special attacks, although the ability that comes with the special attack 2 and 3 is random. But I'm comfortable using him. I've used him for a long time. He was one, if not the first of my 4 stars to get fully maxed out after being awakened, and he just helped me through so much content. And we got clipped, so we missed time to dodge, so we're going to start our combo from scratch. It's okay, but it just takes time. That's all it does. You hear an awful lot of people saying that Star-Lord's not what he used to be, and that's purely because before his nerf to his abilities, he used to have an infinite combo cap. So really, in longer matchups, you could just do so much damage. But the combo cap he's got now is still 400 hits. You know, and even with this 4-star, we're not going to get, well, we might get bit in this one because we had to start the combo from scratch, but we're still not going to get anywhere near 400 hits to take away this guy's 500,000 health. So I don't know why they complained and moan that Star-Lord isn't as good as he used to be. You need to be in some seriously long matchups to need anything over that 400 hit combo. I know in later Act 6 and like Labyrinth and Abyss runs you want him to do possibly more than 400 hits, but apart from endgame content, for the vast majority of fights, this guy will do you a solid. He just makes a lot of fights so quick and easy, and he has that ability to activate Fury on occasion as well, but it just adds to his damage. So the one thing that it will get you is the fights are long. You start to get out your way of doing it, you start to get out of rhythm. It's just practice, guys. Just practice until you get them down. Before you know it, you'll be completing a full energy use of realm runs to stock up your potions before too long. So we've got a potion, so you see there's 198 successful hits, so just under 200, and we did have that one stop where we had to reset the combo and just over 100 hits, so we could have done it in less than that if we'd managed to keep the combo up. So still 400 hit cap for defeating most of your high health pool enemies is still more than valid for this guy. You see, we didn't actually take too much block damage either. We'll show you the percentages in just a second. We'll do 2 more attacks. We'll do Captain Marvel with the class disadvantage and Juggernaut, and then the next part of the video we'll skip ahead to Wolverine. So in that last fight, for chip damage for block, we took 9%. I said we could do better if we were going to try and be smart and do intercepts and backdraft intercepts, but I said for a lot of people it's just too much of a risk to take for fear of losing that combo, so I take the damage. And again, Captain Marvel, I would say you ideally want to get up to special 2, because it's just make sure you're waiting for it and that you are far back when she launches. I don't know how many times I mistimed the dodge on the special one, just because it has got a bit longer range than you think or remember. But I said there's no fear of going up over the energy limit, power limit, sorry, because there is no special 3 attacks. So it does get boring. I find myself talking to the characters, wanting to bait out special attacks, calling them useless, or whatever you need to do to pass the time in these long matchups. So you see they were dealing just under 6,000 damage to a Fury crit hit, over 100 combo, and 35,000 medium damage there with that special 2 with a Fury boost on it. So this guy can still pack serious punch. Even using this guy as a 4-star champion should be able to take you through quite a lot of even Act 5 content. You've seen the figures that were piling up. So even if they do have a slightly higher health pool, yes, they're going to do more block damage, that's the only thing. But you can bring in boosters of your own, increase those health pools to get the job done. So video is just over 12 minutes. I talked for about 10 of those at the start. So not too long for the first 2 fights, and we see there we've got both a single potion and a team potion as well. So we'll do one more fight with Juggernaut, and then we'll skip on to the Wolverine fight. So I said this is pre-buff Juggernaut, so he doesn't start with unstoppable, and even when he is unstoppable you can stun him without receiving the stagger debuff against you. Again, if you're going to push Juggernaut to any special, I would probably recommend special 2, just because it is melee and it is slightly easier dodged if anticipated, whereas a special attack 1 is that stupid ground punch that he's got, and it can sometimes be quite hard to gauge how far away or when to time the dodge. One thing I did at the start there, which I would probably not recommend, is you need to really wait until this guy's unstoppable wears off before attempting a hit, because I don't know how many times I've tried it, mistimed it, and got clipped, and then, as I said, you've got to start your combo again. And Juggernaut is difficult enough as it is, just because of his high physical resistance. Mistimed that block there. It's just annoying, guys. Very, very annoying. So it shows you that even someone that's done this loads of times, with 4-star, 5-star and 6-star champions in the roster, mistakes can still be made. I am by no means an expert, There are far better players out there than myself, but we get the job done. So you do end up taking a lot more block damage with Juggernaut, just because of the need to block a lot more and make sure that you don't mistime anything. I always try and keep hold of my special 2 until I've got a Fury buff, just so that if we do get the crit damage on the back of it, then we're going to deal as much damage as we possibly can. Cheeky wee hit there. Come on, Fury buff, you know you want to launch. There we go. So you get the same benefits and effects from the special 3 than you do the special 2 with Star-Lord. So even if you don't, get to the special 2, your armor break and shock and all that are still going to activate as you need them to. We took far too much block damage here, guys. So you need to really put the time investment into this as well, because it is not a quick fix. I think my normal time is kind of half hour to 45 minutes to do one run through. Quicker if I've got my, if I'm using my 5-star champion, because max just does so much more damage. But I set the time aside just for mistakes being made and to make sure I'm not getting interrupted in any way, shape or form. But it can be a useful exercise once you get through your first run or so. If you've kind of done all the story content you can up to the point you're at, if you've maybe done the monthly event quest for the difficulty level that you can manage comfortably, then this can be just another little side thing to do. Farm potions, get a little bit of gold up, because we all know that the free to play counts, and that was badly mistimed. So you see, mistakes are made on an ongoing basis. So for the purpose of the video, I am going to rank up. I do need to farm or open some crystals to get some revives, but we'll use the units in this case just to do the demonstration. So that's the only difficulty with the 4-star champions, because they don't have as high a health pools, they do whittle down a lot more quickly. So if you do have 5-star versions, then obviously, use them, but we're showing that it can be done if it is your first run through using 4-star champions. Come on, don't stun. I'm getting out of the way of it now. Eyes and thumbs are getting tired. We need back up. Come on. It just hit so extremely hard, even into the block. It was that special 2 that clipped us once. It tried to move out of the way of the attack after he'd launched when he hit into the block, and I just didn't get the timing right. No! So we start again, and I don't know if we're going to have enough health left to see out the fight with the block damage we're going to take. That's handy. Keep that Fury buff up, come on. And you'll see this is what I mean about the talking to yourself when you go through this. When you're berating yourself from a mistimed block or whatever you need to do. 3%. It's going to be close. Couldn't have been shot damage there. Getting the shot damage at that higher combo would have satisfied the requirements. So we made it through. So it just goes to show you how difficult it is with the 4-star champion. But as I said, I would certainly be using the revising potions if we can to get your initial completion, and then when you get onto the higher level content, it becomes a method for you to farm. So in a second, we're just going to skip through to the Wolverine fight and show you that in action. Okay guys, welcome back. Not going to lie, we had some difficulties. A few mistimed hits with Rhino and Vision kind of took away a little bit of health, so we've used some of the potions that we're farming in here. I thought I'd bring you back in a little bit early to this, just to show you the Scarlet Witch fight, because she is a nightmare. She's going to be hitting us with debuffs pretty much every time that we land a critical hit, and that's going to fluctuate between poison, weakness, and heal block. And also, if you even with the Despair Mastery, because the heal block's there, and if we're unlucky with the number of poisons that she applies, then this can be a fairly annoying fight. I would say, just in terms of enemy ability, Scarlet Witch is second to Wolverine. All the rest of the fights, they're long and difficult, but given patience and practice and experience, shouldn't cause too much of a problem. This one we can't really do anything about because it is completely reliant on the debuffs and crit hits that we get while going through the attack. So we'll see how we go on with 77% health left. We'll see how much we end up with at the end. So one common tactic to do is, if you've just got poison or weakness, is just to stay back till it expire. You can see in this case we get hit with a heal block and then a poison and another poison and another poison. So that's immediately going to whittle us down, and we're not losing as much as we should do, but we're still losing because we're getting 50 taken off of us and only regen in 27. So it depends on your luck and the RNG gods above within Kabam as to how easy or difficult this fight can be. And we mistimed that dodge spectacularly. Right, so we'll come back into the fight here. Screen froze a little bit there, so he's the last one, and we'll come back into it. So special 2 can be a right pain to dodge, and it does some fairly significant block damage as well, whereas this special one is a little bit easier to avoid and doesn't take as much damage if it strikes into your block. Oh, come on! She got the power gain just at the last minute to get the special 2. So normally at this point, if I was doing this just myself, it would be, yeah, we're coming out, we're giving up. But for the purpose of the video, I really want to get to the end of it and show you how frustrating it can be if you're on your first run, you know, and to get so far into it that you then need to come out or something. Those poisons are really going to town on this fight. So watching the power bar this time. So hopefully when that heal block ends we'll get a little bit more recovery. Next we've got poison and weakness. We are getting extremely unlucky with the number of poisons going on this one. Right, Roy, she's special 2, be careful. We've got it that time, guys. So she got power gain, but again it's nothing to worry about going up towards a special 3 because there is none. It's just watching for that devastating special 2, because you get hit by that, guys, as you've seen, it's pretty much game over. But we've got our combo up now, we're dealing some pretty decent damage. We're taking damage as well, but you can't go into a fight against Scarlet Witch and not take damage. And she's just so often with those poison and heal block combos. The good thing is that if you can get just one debuff on there that's not going to do damage, then because the 4-star champions have so low a health pool compared to their champions, you can recover a little bit of health just with one debuff if you've got Despair Mastery on. So, is it Despair or Willpower? I always forget. So, yeah, the challenge with Scarlet Witch is always difficult, but I made that one so much harder than it had to be. So now we come on to Wolverine. Now when we're using Void in this one, the idea is really to get as many SP1s and timer for debuffs on as possible, because it's going to take us into at least one application of Fear of the Void, and then applying more Petrify after that to start the reversal of the healing. So we've got 2 Petrify on already, which is great. So it means that he's not recovering any health now at all. And it's something crazy like 92,500 health per second. So without a heal block champion, it's already difficult. If you don't have a heal block champion, it's nigh on impossible. You really need a heal reversal champion, so somebody that applies Petrify. Human Torch works quite well for this one as well. So that's Fear of the Void on. So all we need to get is another Petrify, which we get, and we get 2 of them. So launching any regens now is going to have the health melting off this guy. So we just need multiple applications of it, if they wouldn't mind and be so kind as to deliver. So although we're doing chip damage, it really is chip damage because of the insanely large health pools, but there we go, 2 episodes of regen on, and look at that health disappear. So 1 will do the job steadily and surely, but having 2 on when we've got that healing reversal on, I mean, look at that. And that is how you take down Wolverine. Again, mistakes were made with a few hits, but having that Fear of the Void and then the reapplication of the Petrified debuffs just helps so well if Wolverine manages to launch a second regen buff on there. Things just absolutely melt off. So really the idea with these champions is learn them, learn their animations, get used to the champions that you're going to be using, feel comfortable with them. Even when you do, as you've seen in this video, mistakes can be made. It's up to yourself if you want to use resources to get your first run through. I would, if you get up to a certain point and it's your first run through, if you're early or mid-game content, it can be done as early as getting 4 stars as we've seen here, but with the wide availability of 5 and 6 star shard rewards, certainly more of the 5-star rewards in event quests and things like that and giveaways, then it's more likely you're going to have 5 stars that are capable of the task. But if you are a very early game and all you've got is 4 stars to rely on, then it's just to show you that it can be done. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found it useful. If you did like the video, then please hit the thumbs up, that would be much appreciated. If you have any comments about this or any other video that are up on the channel, anything you want to ask or not sure about, then drop a note below. And if you want to know when other videos and content's coming, we are going to be doing more different videos than just the champion overview videos that have been a kind of mainstay of the channel so far. We will be doing some early game run throughs using champions at the best ones to clear, and we'll be looking at, for kind of mid-game players, we'll be looking at some of the Act 5 run throughs as well, some of the pass and champions that can be used in addition to the normal go-to ones, just in case your roster isn't as diverse. So that's all from me guys. Make sure and hit the subscribe and notify button if you want to see when those future videos come up. Thank you for watching, all the best, and we'll see you soon. Thank you for watching.